Just 2 months ago, a shooter opened fire in a dance hall during a Lunar New Year celebration, killing 11 people and injuring 9 others.
A tragedy that has pierced the soul of this nation here in Monterey Park, the San Gabriel Valley, the heart of the Asian American community.
That's where Biden took his latest efforts to curb gun violence, issuing an executive order to bolster the bipartisan gun control law he signed 9 months ago that expands background checks for buyers under age 21 and cracks down on interstate gun trafficking.
My executive order directs my Attorney General to take every lawful action possible to move us as close as we can to universal background checks without new legislation.
Gun control advocates welcomed Biden's order.
This will take the predominantly large portion of people who are selling guns for profit and force them to make that decision, whether or not they want to continue to sell guns or whether or not they want to become a licensed dealer and sell guns with background checks.
The Safer Communities Act passed last year also sets aside federal funding for states to create and implement so-called red flag laws that prevent convicted domestic abusers from buying firearms and provides more federal funding for violence intervention programs and mental health services. Biden is pushing for more congressional action, including reenacting the ban on assault weapons and eliminating legislation that shields the firearms industry from lawsuits. Observers say it signals a shift in U.S. gun politics.
The gun safety movement itself is doing a much better job at pushing its Democratic allies to take action on this issue. And I think the other is the diminishing power of the National Rifle Association, which is not as scary to Democratic politicians as it used to be.
With slim prospects of additional gun legislation under the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, activists say Biden should take more executive actions, including appointing a point person to coordinate federal responses to gun violence and directing the federal agency in charge of overseeing federal firearms licenses to revoke licenses of repeat offenders. The U.S. has some of the weakest gun laws compared to other industrialized nations and the most guns in the world, 390 million or 1.2 guns per capita. Patsy, Widakuswara, VOA News, Washington.